retrospective show. For a retrospective show. The horror retrospective show.
Hello, lovelies. So today I thought I would change things up and talk about pre-pandemic days. I know we all miss those, but I really loved going to events. I loved going to conventions, and one of my favorite things to do, of course, was have my photo taken with my favorite celebrities. So I kind of wanted to share some of those stories today. One of my first trips, it was a weekend trip to Dallas. It was an event hosted by Alamo Drafthouse. So they were holding an Evil Dead marathon. This fell during October, and I forget what the exact time sequence was, but it was all 3 Evil Dead films, and it was set to fall on one of the days that actually is discussed in one of the films. Bruce Campbell was there. He did a Q&A.
Right over here.
Not about the movie, but enjoyed your 2 books.
The 2 books. You enjoyed those books, did you? A literary man, are you? Yeah, I'm going to write another book. I'll be touring near you in a couple of years, kind of. I have an announcement, by the way. There's a winner. There's a winner of of a prize. It's the winner of the Splatterfest short film competition. Yeah.
There was also an opportunity to have your photo taken as well as have items signed, and I was on a very big Bruce Campbell kick at the time, and just the chance to meet Bruce Campbell, I was super excited, and I jumped at the chance to meet him. So I made this trip out to Dallas. I was there all day in the theater, and when it came time to have my photo taken with Bruce Campbell, I'm such a weird person. I'm like one of those persons. I didn't gush and I wasn't a spaz. I regret it. I froze. I was very quiet. I just kind of walked up and I'm like, hello. And I just stood there with Bruce Campbell and I waited to have my photo taken. And I mean, like, you can still kind of tell from the photo that I was really glad to be there. And I don't know, maybe I'm just an oddball by nature, but it was a very fun day. I really enjoy that memory. One of the second celebrities that I had met, I don't know if you would say celebrity, but I was an event once again in October several years later. I think it was a year later, actually. I'm fibbing, but it was hosted at the Texas State Cemetery here in Austin, and it was an event around R.L. Stine. So he was reading ghost stories, sharing personal stories.
Down the dark and whispering hall, past the musty study, up the winding staircase, don't step on the step that's bloody, through the secret panel to the bedroom, where we'll slide into the ragged, cobweb, dusty bed 10 people must have died in.
And once again at the end there was an opportunity to have a meet and greet with R.L. Stine. I did have 2 Goosebumps books signed. I believe those were the Goosebumps Most Wanted, and I had my photo taken. I just love that I was able to have that opportunity. It was a lot of fun. I just really enjoyed that. The third opportunity that I had to meet somebody, it was also here in Austin at the Tomahawk, and it was for Goblin. So I was able to go in for the sound check, and then of course after the sound check is when they had the meet and greet. Unfortunately, and that's the kicker, that's the thing that just really hurts, is I had video once again of me meeting, talking to them, having a poster signed, and I lost that video. It just, you know how it goes, like when your phone dies, you lose everything that was on it. So that video unfortunately is super long gone. The only proof that I really have of that evening is my signed poster. At Texas Frightmare Weekend years later, I also had the opportunity to meet the director and lead actress of the film Gunwoman, so Kurando Mitsutaki and Asami, and I got to have a chat with them for a little bit and have my photo taken. I don't know if they have worked together since. To my understanding, at the time this was one of Asami's first films. She was leaving one industry and getting into acting. The last opportunity that I had to meet a celebrity, and this one was a fun story for me. It was an event in San Antonio. I forget what the name of the convention that they have out there is, but it just just so happened to fall on my birthday, which was even more special to me. And I got to meet the Saskas. And then once again, I had a nice conversation with them. We talked about Dead Hooker in a Trunk. I brought up American Mary. We talked about torties, cats. I really enjoyed my conversation with them. I had an opportunity to have my photo taken with them. I got a kick out of their costumes. They both were dressed as Willow. So one of the sisters was Good Willow, and the second sister was Vampire Willow or Evil Willow. Have you guys met any of the persons that I've mentioned? And if so, what was your experience like? Or tell me about your favorite celebrity that you had an opportunity to meet. I would definitely love to hear your stories. But as usual, that is all I have for you guys for today, and I will talk to you later.